Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a ZVT here on Fighting Spirit between Larva and Beast. Larva is off-racing as Terran for some reason. Got this replay from RJB as usual, and it was labeled as Larva versus Beast, but Larva's playing Terran. I'm not entirely sure why, but this is a 2020 replay for your Patreon cast this week. And let's get right on into it. Top left-hand corner, it is the blue Terran player. It is Larva, which is really going to throw me here because he mains Zerg. And in the bottom left, it is the gray Zerg player, Beast. Can we red versus blue this thing? We can yellow it. That's exciting. Again, I don't know why. I don't know why I have red versus blue as an alternate sometimes and on other times. It's very confusing. Is fine. We'll be all right here. Beast rolling with like 500 APM. Larva, is APM not as high? Is this a different Terran? I did a search on Brood War, and I was like, yo, as Larva, does he play Terran? And they're like, no. Is there a player named Larva who plays Terran? And Wikipedia was like, no. So, I don't know. This might not be who I think it is. Why would you name yours? That's Larva #1 top Zerg up here, too. His APM's getting up there. I don't, whatever. It's going to be a long macro game, and so I think I'm going to go with it is Larva, and this is Beast. So this is Larva off-racing as Terran. We're just going to go. We're just going to roll with it. No more questions. Let's do it. Hatch firsting it here is Beast at about 12 supply. No big deal. Ka-chunk, and 1 Rax expanding on the other side. Probably 1 Rax expanding as Larva. It's a little bit too early to tell if he's going to go maybe for a second Rax here, get some early pressure up. But it is a 4-player map, and he's not scouting, so that indicates that he has no super early aggression intentions, rather. Is intense? So intention and intent are like the same thing. Is intentions and intents the same thing? Probably. Go English. Are you... What? This better be a scout. You better not be going for like some crazy quick third base here, drone. Maybe it is. We'll keep an eye on it. Dude, that is going to be so hard to see on this minimap. Look at this. Look, ooh, checking for proxies. Okay. It is so hard to see this color on the minimap. All right. We'll keep it. We'll keep it because the alternative is worse. But my goodness. Oh, yeah, look at that. Factory coming up. No 1 Rack expand at all. Moving immediately into factory production. The spawning pool, I think this is going to work out just fine, honestly. I mean, if your opponent ends up going for the 1 Rax expand, you do get a third base super duper fast, but if they just go for the factory, 2 bases is okay. You can hold it, you just got to scout and see what's going on, and this is, I mean, he's scouting, but man, I kind of like the idea here of him taking a third base over here, because you want to do this eventually, right? You do that, you throw up the lurkers on the high ground, so the bio can't come kill you. And it looks like we're saving up enough minerals here for another expansion if you are a Larva, the Terran player, by the way. Whoa! Sub 3-minute lair timing? Okay. Alrighty then. We are 2-base muting it so hard right now. I'm fairly sure... Well, the SCV is going to see it on this run. This SCV knows it's dead, but it wants to check the timing on the lair. And you know what? It's here, and it wasn't canceled. If you saw that earlier, it's still happening. So that's good to get that confirmation. And the SCV knows it's toast. This is okay with it. No speed either. Man, his first 100 gas went to lair. Hot dang. Drone comes home. Says, what's up? I'm just going to start mining. No third base for me because there's still not an expansion from Larva. He ended up going for Starport. He's 1-1-1-ing it. Crikey, what's he going to do here? Vulture attacks are incoming. That's what the Sunken is for here, and that's why we don't have a third base yet out of Beast. Beast is like, okay, so there's finally a command center going down, but it wasn't safe for me to take a third base until then. Make sure I have a Sunken. Make sure I have a handful of Zerglings here. I am getting a Spire, and a Wraith is on the way. I don't know if there's going to be anti-air here in time to handle this Wraith. This Wraith is going to be killing Overlords and killing drones. And I like it, man. Wraith openings in TVZ. Pretty effective stuff. We don't see it a whole ton on the channel, but maybe it's more of the current meta than it was, 5-10 years ago for a lot of the games that I have been casting. Well, the Lings jump in. And they just go for a scout because they're not killing these vultures, that's for sure. And they're not killing anything, that's for sure. All right. So they got the scout in. They recognized there was a very fast starport. I wonder if we're going to see an evolution chamber and maybe some, yeah, evolution chamber and a creep coming up. Okay. Maybe a creep in the main would be nice too, because where is our Wraith? Wraith, the waiting launch order. Coming on down. Is the timing going to work out here? That evolution chamber is a little bit, oh, he's sunkening it. All right, so your overlords are dead. There is no safe place for them because literally nothing that Beast has can shoot up right now. And now the vultures have map control. I really wish Beast had snuck a drone out to go for a third base before now. But you're making overlords to replace the ones that died. He's getting Flyer Carapace. And is he making, he's not making Mutalisks. What is going on here? Or Scourge even. Okay, there we go. Parascourge is on the way to deal with the Wraith, if at all possible. The wall up here against big old vulture attacks is real. Is that a second Wraith? That is a second Wraith. No, wait. Did you go home? I guess worried about Ling counterattacks, but you know it's not really anything to worry about. Cloaking Field is on the way for the Wraiths too. Another Wraith in production. And he's getting on turrets. So 2 Mutalisks on the way here from Beast. He is so... I feel like he's a little bit out of sorts here. He went for that really quick Spire opening and then was forced to make a pair of Scourge. Couldn't really get out the traditional 5 to 7 Mutalisks with his fast timing, and now the turrets are up. And the Scourge not really accomplishing anything at all, other than maybe scouting a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, I really like this from Larva. He's on 2 bases now. He's got more workers than the Zerg player does. The Zerg player has no third, and really... it's going to be hard to get a third out. Although now that the vultures are dead, maybe now you can sneak a drone out and go for that third base. Maybe you want to come up this way. Not usually recommended to expand in the direction of the Terran player, but still. He's got to kill his own sunken so that ground units can get out of here. And it's just going to be Mutas, man. Are we doing the Soma strat? It's going to be Zerglings and Mutalisks, and you try to kill the Terran player fast? Sure seems like it. Oh, this vulture gets in. How did it get dropped in? How did it not take it? Oh, was the sunken busy? Was it busy hitting the other sunken? This is weird. This is some weird stuff in this game. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. Science vessel on the way. And still no third base. This is hurting me. Come on, Beast. You could take a third. You have map control now. You have Mutalisks. There's no anti-air back at the natural, though. And this is where the Wraiths are going. And they're going to kill the Overlords. And then they're going to cloak, and they'll start killing some drones, and there won't be any detection. And the Mutas come home, but guess what? Now you cloak, or maybe just outrun them. Wraiths are zippy, man. And there's your cloaked Wraiths. There they are. Where is your detection now? Oh, here it is. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. You're going to micro... some decent micro there, but... ooh, that was nice. That is so hard. Man, Larva, good player, yo. That's what always... I don't know. It always impresses me when players are off racing and they look really good. Like the game Light played against Flash, where Light was playing Protoss, and he was insanely good. Like, turns out if you're an elite StarCraft player, you have your main, but it doesn't mean you're bad at the other races. It probably means you're really good with the other races, and that's what Larva's displaying here. Dude, we're 9 minutes into this, and there's still not a third base. It is 2-2 base, and these Mutas need to get some crazy damage done if Beast is going to win this thing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. So far here, I gotta say, Larva in a great position. I think a Wraith did just die. That was the sound of a Wraith dying, wasn't it? So the Muta group, fairly intimidating, but again, there have been turrets here forever. Maybe an SCV or a Marine will die here and there, but these Mutas are not ending the game. There's way too many turrets for that, and way too much Wraith support for that, too. I keep expecting... oh my gosh, is it time for a third? It's time for a third. And why didn't he just come up this way? Wait, where? No, go back. Expand. Oh, right. I don't know what that drone's purpose was. But, He seems lost. Oh, yeah, he's just coming back to... sure. All right, that's cool. He's just working. You know, like drones do. Harvest minerals. You there. You drone. Oh, okay, he's expanding. All right. Yeah, this is Soma style. So what is Larva going to do against Soma style? I don't know that it's actually Soma style, but it's what we saw in that best of 7 between Sack and Soma that I posted from the Castramuse Star League Season 3, which was amazing, by the way. Like, holy smokes. That best of 7 was great. So finally a third base at 10.5, almost 11 minutes from Beast. And a hive? Sure! A timing of hive at 10 o'clock. Okay, this is a weird... It's Marines, it's Science Vessels, and it's Wraiths right now. Maybe a tank. Oh, this turret count, though. I love this wall of turrets so much. It is really keeping these guys at bay. Wraith finds an Overlord if it wants it. I think it's trying to check for a third base more than anything else. This is a weird place for a third. I mean, probably the last place that Larva's going to check for a third base is right here. Usually, if you're Zerg on this map, you want to take the bottom right or the top right if you spawn in the bottom left and your opponent's in the top left. Just because you want to expand far away from your opponent for the third base. But, okay, so he finds it almost by accident. I mean, he was heading to check the top right. He just happened to pass through this right side 9 o'clock base, or 3 o'clock base, rather. Siege mode, Marine range on the way. Okay, so this is where we're seeing the strategy of just going Marine Medic Science Vessel, a couple Fire Bats, and a tank. We've seen Flash win with this before against elite Zerg players. We have seen other not as good Zerg players, no, not as good Terran players, rather, lose to good Zerg players with this. And oh gosh, look at him holding, look at him stop. Stop, 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 go! He just halved the group of that bio. The irradiates are real, but I don't know there's enough damage left here to actually do this for a Larva. Man, I got it. Oh my gosh, there are so many irradiates, though. Maybe it's enough. Maybe. Oh, the irradiates really bad. Oh, this guy just burdened through. All right, so that attack got crushed, but a lot of Mutalisks died. They really did. Lurkers burrowing in. Medics actually get out of there. I thought for sure one of them would die at least. But Defiler Round on the way from Beast. 78 to 75 total supply here. His third base is up, and there's no incoming from it right now. But map control currently belongs to Beast. I think Larva needs to retake it. He is pumping 5 Marines at a time. He's doing the 5 racks on 2 base play with Science Vessel support and a little bit of tank stuff here. It is definitely not a lot of tanks. Definitely not a ton of mech. But yeah, for all the macro games that I usually cast, as the macro hatch comes up here, it's crazy that we're on 2 to 3 bases at 13 minutes. Usually this is the situation at like, I don't know, 5 minutes? Generally. Alright, so Larva says, I don't really want to go that way. That way was bad. Maybe if I go south and directly threaten Beast's natural base, it'll be better. And the answer is probably. So there's your Irradiate, and there's 3 Lurkers here at Extra Sunkens, and you're going to have to tank your way through that thing for sure. This feels, I'm watching these dudes on the minimap. I see them. Man, they could maybe come around behind on this group. Oh, they're going to do it. Oh, the tanks are on siege. That's a free Science Vessel. It was getting repaired, but not enough. Not fast enough. Science Vessel. Oh, okay. We're just set up to pick off reinforcements. Very nice, Beast. I like that position there. I didn't even thought about that. Because, look, it's going to be hard to break through this. It's going to take time. And it just gets scarier as more reinforcements show up. So he kills the wave of reinforcements. And then he comes up here and murders everything. Most things. Yeah. 2 Marines and some Science Vessels made it home to tell their tale. Beautiful. Just really, really well played there from Beast. I mean, we saw Beasts really go toe-to-toe with Flash on the channel not too long ago. So Beast is a serious Zerg player, man. He is, I think he's very capable of winning here with Larva off-racing again. But still very, very scary. Additional starports coming up. Still no sign of a third base out of Larva, but he doesn't really need one because the Zerg player is only on 3. Beast is checking that 12 o'clock. Hey, no? All right, cool. So far, the science vessel count is a little bit too heavy for Larva. If you're a beast, you need to work on reducing that, either with plagues and a mutalisk, or else with Scourge. We did see him kill one. That was nice. Oh, this group, though, he escaped the surround. Ugh, that tank is very lucky it moved out when it did. And the tank commander would say that he makes his own luck. Thank you very much for asking. He's going to try to head this group off and kill it. These lings hanging out are not good for Larva. So he's going to make sure they're stuck up there, and there's really nowhere for them to go. Oh, yeah, and that Mutalisk is toast. Goodbye, Mutalisk. Very nice play from Larva, making sure those lings are not going to live to see another day. That's a huge thing for Zerg with Zerglings, is they want to kill stuff with their lings, and they're okay losing Zerglings in the process, but every ling you die, you kind of have to replace. Like, you need that little group of dudes running around, scouting, picking off undefended expansions and things like that. And if they die, replacing them is Larva, and it is resources. Yeah, this science vessel count is just too high. Oh, he's boxer maneuvering too. Like I said, if you... Yes, it's just too much. Oh, the lurkers are dead. There's one sunken at the top of this ramp. I mean, worried about this setup over here, which is a pretty darn entrenched beast. Do you have enough irradiates for all 8 of these lurkers? The answer appears to be no. And the Catane is real right now. Science vessels are irradiating what they can, but nothing else can kill these dudes at the moment. They're doing their best with it. Yeah, man. Larva trying to get rid of these guys. The irradiate is real. And that bunker is toast. And yeah, I mean, it's not an incredibly game-ending kind of a push here, but... Oh, the Scourge. They take down one science vessel. I think that's a win for Beast there. But really nicely done by Larva not to lose more, to be honest. There's your irradiate, man. That's why having a lot of science vessels is a huge deal. Oh, that lurker was doing some work out here, too. Ooh, this is such a scrappy game. This is 98 to 88 total supply here at 17 minutes. This is not... We've taken the whole map by now. This is... Nobody really has the upper hand at the moment, although the fact that Beast is down about 10 supply does not bode well for him here in the long run. These drones need to get back to work. They got pulled off a while ago. They're still not there. Come on, Beast. You could do it. Ah, Plague-oo! Plague-oo all over several of those science vessels. They're getting their revenge by boxer maneuvering over defilers, which is kind of awesome. That defiler dies. Another... Is that a different plague? That might be a different plague. Ooh! Dude, boxer maneuver here is stupid, insanely good. Look at him just marching in. He's like, you don't have any sunkens. You don't have any lurkers. It's just Zerglings. I can handle this. Is he killing his own Marines a little bit with boxer maneuver? Yes, he was a tiny bit there. So the Lings are at 2-1. The Marines are at 3-1. 12 o'clock base is getting taken here by Larva, and the top right-hand base is done for Beasts. So just staying one base ahead here is Beast, which is all you could really do. It leads to an even style game. When you start getting more and more bases, you know, 2 more bases, 3 more bases, then your Terran opponent, you're in a good place. So these guys are in trouble. Do they get back to the ramp? Some of them do. The Lings almost get up the ramp anyway. Their upgrades are that good. I'm going to assume they have adrenal glands. I have not actually checked that production tab. It's hard to tell unless they're killing buildings and really attacking for a sustained amount of time. Oh, those firebats at the top of the ramp are like, please come up here, Zerglings, please. Look at the boxer maneuver on the Zerglings. This is so much boxer maneuver. I don't even... What is happening here? This is the most boxer maneuver I've seen in a game in my entire life. Nice defensive matrix on that firebat, by the way. He does end up staying alive with like all of 3 HP. God, the Scourge. That defensive matrix totally saved that Science Vessel's life because it had 2 HP and then the Scourge exploded on it. It really feels like Larva is just doing what he feels like is overpowered from Terran, right? He's like, you know what sucks? The boxer maneuver. I'm going to do it all the time in this game. It'll help me win. I don't know that he's wrong about that. It's been kind of effective. It's not been like ridiculous amounts of effective, but it's been pretty good. Is there anything defending that? There are 2 Sunkens defending this top right base. But really, there's not much coming to kill it, all things considered. 3-2 bio with no medic support. The Sunkens are really well placed. Ling run into the 12 o'clock. There are the +3 fire bats, though. And as a result, oh, they have adrenal glands for sure. As a result, all of the Lings are dead. So 101 and 91 total supply. Are we still boxer maneuvering over here? We certainly are. You know, if that he just irradiated and sat on top of that Mutalisk, could probably be dead instead of the other way around. Actually. So free Scourge there. Larva looking good, man. Oh, he wants to Plague right here so bad. I can smell it. There it is. Plague. Ooh! Oh, all over a bunch of those Marines. 2 of the tanks. Medics here as well. Medics draining all of their energy, trying to heal up negative health at this point. Larva not really controlling these medics very well because they've drained themselves of all of their energy and are effectively useless from the next little bit here. Another fantastic Plague. Ho! Oh, the Plagues. Oh, the Plague-oos here. Scourge hit. Scourge hit. And not a Scourge hit. Tried real hard. So it is a 4-basing beast. He's down 115 to 77 supply, though. Like, you can Plague and Dark Swarm all you want, but you're another great Plague. But you're not necessarily going to win this way, right? Just through sheer plaguing? Yeah, it hurts. And yes, it makes them very vulnerable, but if there's not a follow-up, it doesn't matter. Marines and Fire Bats and stuff with 1 HP still do full damage. Ooh, Nidus Canal down. That Defiler needs to get focused here, but for some reason it is. There it is. Now it's going to die. Defiler down, but everybody here is so injured. That Sunken, that poor medic just has no HP for healing at all. But that Marine takes down the Sunken anyway. Okay, this is highly, highly enjoyable. The boxer maneuver is everywhere right now. Look at him. He's sitting on the ramp so that Lings that come down through here are wounded and problematic for when the Fire Bats actually hit them later on. But it didn't work well enough, unfortunately. Oh, they burrowed. Look at this Mutalisk, though. He's like, I know some of you guys are plagued. Which one? Which one? This one down here is Mr. Mutalisk guy. Did he hold? I think he held here. Temporarily? All right, so that guy's dead. Goodbye. Drones out of here. And the natural base does end up going down. All right, so Larva's up 105 to 72 total supply. He's marching into the main base. There's really just Zerglings popping out right now. Was that Greater Spire? That was Greater Spire I saw on the production tab. It's gone now. He wants to box her right here. He really does. So, Beast's main base appears to be entirely dead. It's not a massive army here from Larva, but he's making such incredibly good trades. 9 kills on that Fire Bat. He's got reinforcements, but like he's mined out of his natural and his main, and he really only has 1 base mining right now. So Beast has fallen into the Panic Zergling section of the game where, oh, there's a big army defending that third. You are not getting through there with just Zerglings, I'm afraid. Good effort, though, and the Hive gets sniped. Oh. Okay, I like this. I do like an Ultralisk Cavern is coming up from Beast. Oh, he's got it. Okay. Wait. And Aspire. Because Ultras against this Marine Firebat composition are going to be just incredible. Especially considering I think they already have 3-3. Because the Ling's at 3-2. Close enough. But can he get some Ultras out? He's got 3 Ultras in production. He is down 113 to 55 total supply here. I mean, Larva, he just has more stuff. But again, Ultras counter this pretty hard, especially considering these medics are very, very, very low on energy, if they have any at all. Oh, the Defiler gets sniped before it casts anything. That's huge. That's huge, Mungus, but the Ultras pop out just in time. Oh my god. And a Plague on everything before the Ultra. Oh, they're getting irradiated. Might as well go, man. You might as well get in there. Dark swarming it up. That Ultralisk gets irradiated, which means he will do bonus damage to Bio that comes within range of him. No! You can't go back! Defensive Matrix is up. Oh, that Plague is so dang good. Larva really wants to kill this base. Dark Swarm makes for really tough thumbnails sometimes. Get stuck on the ramp. He's gonna die at this point anyway. Might as well go down swinging, man, instead of sitting there like a cowardly Ultralisk. Yeah, Larva's being so patient right here. He didn't just A-move in. Made sure he knew what he was dealing with. And then if it's scary, he just pulls back to his corner. Oh, that Ultralisk on the ramp. He's doing some good work here. He is toast, though. Some Science Vessels end up dead, and at the end of the day, Beast holds on to his 4th base. That's huge. Expanding behind it, Larva, over here to the 9 o'clock. I don't see how this is a Beast win. I know he has the Ultralisks. I do, but the positioning here by Larva has been really good. He's not just going to stand here and try to tank the damage Ultralisks are going to push on him. God, the Irradiate on the Defiler is so great. And we Dark Swarm what we can. All of these Science Vessels are down to 1 HP. That Mutalisk is really, really trying to find it. They are being kept very, very close to home as well as they can. Marines making sure there's nothing in the bottom right for Larva, and there's not. Like, he's been completely kicked out of the bottom left here. He's on 2 bases, which is not ideal long run. Although, Ultralisks inside your 3rd are not great. These guys need to go. Okay, just fight them. It does take a lot of Marine shots to kill an Ultralisk, though. Great Plague again. It is nice Plagues here from Beast, but Larva just too good. Ah, there we go. Science Vessels do get sniped down by Mutalisk with 4 total kills. Oh, he did try to take the bottom right. That is just not visible on the minimap from a distance. I can tell you that much. I like that Larva's not making tanks. He's like, you know what? I can handle these Ultras. Sure. Are they fully upgraded? Yes. Are they really scary? Yes, but they're not in numbers to where I need to worry about it. And believe me, I am the Ultralisk king. I have beat elite Terran players with not but Lings and Ultralisks before, so I know what's up. And I can handle this. 2 Ultralisks, especially if I irradiate them. Absolutely. Oh, boy, this is not ideal. Can these Lings do anything up here? There is a Firebat. Firebat dies, but takes out most of the Zerglings. This really feels like GG right here. I'm looking at it, feeling it. That Ultra really wants to chew up the medics. And I mean, yeah, it's 25 drones right now. It's just not feasible right now. Larva has this thing. He's got 3-3 Marines with stim, with medic support. He's defending this base very well. Not defending this left side base at all. And apparently an attack got in there when I wasn't looking. Maybe killed some SCVs, but there's still 47 here from Larva. Yeah, these Lings are trying to get in there. They're like, I know there's no defense over on this side. I can feel it. Yeah, so the bottom right base dies. Beast is being completely constrained on 2 bases right now, 25 drones, and that's your good game, or a DK. Stands for Donkey Kong. Larva has some thoughts. Good game, says Beast, and that is your winner. Larva, playing Terran, comes out on top in 31 minutes and 7 seconds. That was an interesting game. It definitely was. That was one heck of an incredible match there from Larva, doing very well. And again, this is a style that we see work in the hands of a good player, maybe against a Zerg player who is not as good. Maybe Beast isn't quite up there, but again, he really gave Flash all he could in a game that I posted not too long ago. Anyway, that was fun stuff. Larva did what he needed to do. Beast got some incredible plagues off, some nice Dark Swarm, but never killed a base today, and that's a huge deal, right? No, Larva didn't expand everywhere, but he never lost his natural, or his 3rd base, or his 4th base. He never lost a ton of SCVs, although this was bad. This was going to go poorly for him. In the long run, there was just too much bio out, just too much. And I like that he kept constantly checking for additional bases and didn't find any. So, yeah, Beast's 3rd base timing I thought was late, and just kind of hurt him economically from that point on. 179,000 points for Beast, 186,000 from Larva. Ended up producing 600 Zerg units, but I mean 400 and almost 500 Terran units got produced today is a big deal. Killed and lost is way too similar if you're going to try to win a ZVT as Beast here. And then resources just far too even. There's more gas mine from Beast, but that's okay. It was a heavy Marine composition from Larva, and it showed. Ended up outspending the Terran player, but the cost efficiency of the Marines and the medics, and especially the science vessels with their constant irradiates, is really what helped Beast win this game. So, nicely done. And that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon edition of the cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.